Good morning, friends. We are learning HTML5 and in the subject of data visualization. The subject code is 3160717. Right. In that, we have learned the shapes making using canvas. Right. Now we want to learn the same thing using SVG. Right. What is that and how to make that? Let us check it out. Fine. So now we want to know about SVG. That is Scalable Vector Graphics. Is an XML based image format that is used to define two-dimensional vector based graphics from the web. Unlike raster image, that is JPG, GIF, PNG, etc. Image can down to any extent without losing the image quality. Right? SVG image can be edited using any text editor. SVG images can be searched, indexed, scripted, and compressed. SVG images can be created and modified using JavaScript in real time. SVG images can be printed with high quality at any resolution. SVG content can be animated using the built-in animation elements. SVG images can contain hyperlinks to other documents. Fine. So all these things we can have with HTML5 SVG, that is Scalable Vector Graphics. So first of all, we should test whether the browser is capable of giving the SVG tag or not. Fine. So for that, let us see the code embedding SVG in HTML. Fine. So as usual, our first line is exclamation doc type HTML. See, less than and greater than is understood. I'll not speak it specifically. Fine. HTML language is equal to n. Head, meta tag. Here we can write it as keywords and we can specify the keywords. Those will identify the page. This HTML page will be identified by the keywords we will mention here, right? And as we know that web crawler or search engine will extract those keywords and this page link, right? They store them so that whenever any particular person is searching for those keywords, this page can be given to them. Fine. That is the link of this page can be given to them. Fine. Okay. So title we are giving and head. Fine. So in the head tag, we are having meta tag and title tag. Body. In the body of this HTML tag, now we are embedding SVG. For SVG, we are specifying width and height. And then after we can say, if we want to write any text, we are writing it as set text x is equal to 10, y is equal to 10. What is the width and height of SVG? That is 300 and 200. But at what point we want to specify the text that is being specified here as x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. Style. We know that cascading style sheet, right? So that style we can provide here as, say, font size, column 14px, right? So size of the font is, we can say, 14 points, right? Pixels we used to say, fine. Your browsers support SVG and text. If the SVG is being supported by our browser, we can say we should be able to see this particular text. If not, we will be able to see, sorry, your browser does not support SVG. Then after, and SVG and body and HTML. See, typically if you are using the latest version of Chrome or Mozilla, those are having the support for all these things. If you use any latest browser, you should not have any problem for SVG, right? But if you are having older systems, it is preferred that you update your browsers first and then after you try this code. Okay? So what output we can get? Your browser support SVG. You can say, ma'am, this is the figure you are showing us. Show us how it works. Let me show you that. We are using our Bluefish editor for this subject, right? So let us have that SVG test we are having. Fine. So what do we do? Let us increase the font size so you can see it properly. The same code which I have shown you is here. SVG tag is started inside body and it is ended also inside the body, right? Inside that, whatever text we want to write, for that we have written text tag. Fine. Okay. So let us run this, that is preview in the browser, and we can see the output. It says your browser support SVG. Fine. Okay. So now drawing the path and shapes with SVG. That's what we want to learn now. So how we can have that? For that, let us say we are having SVG width is equal to 300, height is equal to 300. We were specifying the canvas width and height also, right? Here we are specifying the scalar vector graphics width and height. Fine. So that we are specifying with SVG tag. Width is equal to 300, height is equal to 200. It depends on your graphics, what you are making. Fine. So you can set it, you can try it yourself, you can modify, isn't it? The way you want to have. Okay. So now line is equal to, line x1 is equal to 50, y1 is equal to 50, x2 is equal to 250 and y2 is equal to 150. Now here we can understand it very easily that for line we need to have x1 y1 and x2 y2 coordinates. That's what we are specifying here. Fine. So line is a tag which is there inside SVG where we specify x1, y1, x2, y2. Fine. Now we are specifying the style. And that style said that stroke is red. That means the line which we are drawing, the color of that will be red. Stroke width. When we are drawing the line, the width of that is equal to 3. Fine. So, and after that, we'll be doing the and SVG. Right? Okay. For line, don't we have the end tag? We have started and ended it here only. Fine. So what output we can be getting with that is this line drawn. Fine. We can see the same thing running. In this editor, SVG line is there. Fine. SVG line. The same code is written, which I have just shown you. Fine. SVG width height line x1 y1 x2 y2, and style also is given. Fine. Is stroke red, stroke width. Fine. Let me preview this in the browser. So it gives us this line. Fine. Which is from x1 y1 to x2 y2. Okay. So now, next is what we want to know is drawing rectangle. So for that, SVG width is equal to 300, height is equal to 200, rectangle x is equal to 50, y is equal to 50, width is equal to 200, and height is equal to 100. So what do we want to specify is, for drawing the rectangle, we want to have the starting position, that is x and y, and we are providing width and height, right? We can understand that it is in the pixels, isn't it? So we are specifying that width is 200 pixels and height is 100 pixels. Fine. And we are specifying style, that is equal to fill colon magenta. So what we are doing is, we are having the fill color as magenta, and stroke, that is the line color, we are specifying as black, and stroke width as 3. Fine. For writing the style, we always have the double quotes. Inside that, whatever style we want to specify, that is for filling, for stroke, that is line color, for line width, or any other attributes, if we are specifying, then we can specify that with the help of that particular attribute name. Attribute name, which attribute name? That is for filling or stroke width, whatever, right? For this particular shape. So that's what we are giving. Then after column is there. Then after whatever is the value is there. It is nothing like we are having x is equal to 50. That is written inside the HTML tag. Attribute name is equal to attribute value. That is always there in double quotes. Is it always there? If you do not write, it works, but it is preferred to give it properly, right? That is in double quotes, we should provide the value. Fine. Is it the same for style? No, it is different. Here it is, say, whatever attribute, we mean to say that whatever style we want to apply to this particular rectangle. Fine. So for that, fill colon, whatever is the color, that is the fill color. So colon, and then after color, semicolon. That is, now I want to provide one more attribute for our rectangle style, right? Rectangle style. So that's what we are specifying. So semicolon, then after stroke, colon, black, again semicolon, then after we are having stroke, dash width, colon, and 3. So name and value is being separated with colon, and two styles we are specifying, or they are being separated using the semicolon. Okay, so take care of this syntax, isn't it? And SVG is required, as we know. Fine. So now here what should be that the fill color should be magenta, and the line color, that is border color, should be black. Its width is 3. Fine. That's what we are getting. But that is what I have put. You should see as it is running. Fine. So let us open the rectangle. Fine. Let us open the rectangle. Where? Yes, here it is. Right? Here the rectangle is there. Same code is there, what I have just shown you. Fine. Rect tag is there, rect tag is there, and then after we can say that it is having the stroke width and stroke height. Fine. SVG rectangle. Okay. The file is moved to other directory. Fine. So it is giving error. We are able to see the output. Fine. Black colored border, 3 width, and the color, that is the field color, that is the magenta. Fine. Next is we want to draw a circle. For that, we are having the tag that is circle. Circle CX. What is required for a particular circle? We need to have the center point, that is X and Y, and we need to have the radius, isn't it? So that's what we are specifying here. Circle tag CX. Center point X coordinate, that is equal to 150. Center point Y coordinate, that is equal to 100. And R, that is the radius, is equal to 70. Now we are providing style, right? Style is equal to double quotes field. That is, we are providing field color. Field colon line, semicolon, stroke, border color, stroke colon black. So it is having the black color border. Then after stroke dash width, that is, we can say width of that border. Fine. And that is equal to 3. Fine. Okay, so if we do this, what we get as the output, that is this circle drawn. This is the lime color and the stroke color is black. Fine. Okay, so let's see the same thing in our HTML editor. Fine. What was there? Circle, right? So our circle is here. Okay, same code is written here. Let me put this here so you can see it properly, right? Now let us preview this in the browser so you can see the code is giving you the output, right? I haven't just put it from somewhere. Okay, fine. So you can see the border is black and field color is lime, right? Okay. So now we want to have the text. You can say, first of all, we have tried with the text. Do you remember? Yes, we have tried for the text first of all. That was here. Text, x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20. We have provided the style and we have written the text for text tag, isn't it? This was the output for that, isn't it? This was the first thing we have tried. Now, let us try some more. Let us check it out for that. SVG text, like SVG shapes, are positioned within a two-dimensional coordinate system. The coordinate system can be controlled by a view box, attributes, and transform properties, but by default, it starts in the top left corner of the graphic. For example, for this particular screen, we can say this is the top left corner, right? Where my mouse pointer is there. Fine. So if we are having the SVG here, if we are having it here, then the left top corner is this one. So that will be the starting corner of our graphics, right? Okay, so all points in the image are defined by their position relative to that origin point along the horizontal x-axis and vertical y-axis. Fine, it is pretty obvious. So now we are having text here in this particular code. What we are having? SVG width and height 300 and 200. Now text is at x is equal to 20 and y is equal to 30. Style, feel purple. Font size is 22px. Welcome to CKPC 80. Now this text is ended. I am having one more text. Let us check it out. Text x is equal to 20, y is equal to 30, dx is equal to 0, dy is equal to 0. Delta, isn't it? So what do we say is we'll be having the dx and dy. Delta we can say, isn't it? Plus. So style we are providing it as navy blue, that is navy, and font size as 14px. For first text it was 22px. Now for this text it is 14px. Now what text we are having is a pretty place to get high skilled professional knowledge of engineering. Right. So we are having two texts here. One text contains welcome to CKPCET and second one is a pretty place to get high skilled professional knowledge of engineering, right? So if we see the output, we are able to see something like this. Okay. Now let's see the same output for our HTML editor, right? Yeah. Here our text is there. Same code is written here. Fine. So let us view the code in the, not code, but the output of the code in the browser. Fine. So we are able to see it as, see, this is the bigger text, isn't it? You can see that very easily. The color is different, right? This is what color we have set? What color we have set? We have set it as purple. And for second, we have set it as feel, isn't it? The first text is having the size as 22px and second one is having it as 14px, right? So very easily we can understand that. Fine, we can see this is bigger text. Then after you can say delta is being put for y, that is dy we have specified, and we are able to see the x is same but y is different. So we are able to see the text here. Fine. This is navy blue, this is purple. Okay. Now, this is single line text. Okay, let me show you. If I put the multi-line text here, what happens? For example, here I have written the text. First, I have put it in comment, so we can try for the single line text. Now, I want to show you for multi-line text. It is here. Let me put it inside the text here. Say text. We can say x is equal to 20. Y is equal to O. We should put the double quotes. The proper way of writing, isn't it? 30. Dx is equal to 0. Dy is equal to 0. Sorry, 20. So it will consider the next line, or you can say some space, actually nothing like line when we are saying the graphics, isn't it? Style is equal to fill. Say, let us have the new color, red. So that will differentiate our text, isn't it? And font size, that is equal to say 15px. Fine. Should we write it as equal? No, we should write it as colon, right? Colon is required, right? Then after say semicolon and double quotes over, right? This is over. Now we should have the text for that. Now, where is the text? There is a text. Text is being removed. A second, let me copy that. And after, let us do redo so we can have all things available, isn't it? Let me write text. Text is starting and text is end date. Right now, in between this, I am writing this, and one more, that is this one. I have written it for you. Now let me copy that and put it here. Right? Okay. Here we have specified the 15 and here we have specified the red. Right? Okay. Now, if I have written like this, let me run this and preview in the browser. How dirty text it is, isn't it? It is overlapping. Fine, it is overlapping. So what should I do now? What should I do now? Should I consider here 40, 50? Let me try. Now is it fine? We are able to see the text properly, but C computer, K kinematics, that is mechanical, P power, that means electrical, C civil, E electronics. But what about the remaining text? It's not fitting here. What to do? We are having the width and height of this scalable vector as 600 and 800 only, right? Let me have some more width. Let us say 1000. Let us check it out. Yeah, it is fitting the text. E electronics, T teaching about above all. But I am saying above all. Here it is printing everything in one line only, isn't it? It is not multi line. So, what to do? For that, we should have the multi line text, isn't it? So that's what we are learning here. That is multi-line SVG text. How we can have that? That is using the T-span element. T-span element can be used to identify segments of text for positioning as well as for styling. Each T-span is aligned next to the previous character in the text string, but attributes can reset or adjust that position. Fine. So, for that, let us see the example that is here. Yeah, here it is. Okay, now here what we are doing is whatever we wanted for our that C computer kinematics, P power, C civil, E electronics, T teaching about above all, that is for the cool definition of our CKP CET, that now we have to write inside the T span tag, isn't it? Let us see the small example and this one also. SVG, width and height, right? Text, what we have written before, I have written here. Then we can say, let me increase the font, you can see it properly. And so here we are having text, right? The way we have written before. Now we can say what we are having is we are specifying the style. Till now, we were specifying the style in line. That is, with the tag only, we were specifying the style. You can remember that. Here, inline, that is with the tag, we were specifying the style, isn't it? Now here what we are doing is, here we are specifying that for SVG tag, what will be the style. For .em, that is for em, wherever we are specifying the class, then what should be the style. For strong class, what should be the style. So we are specifying for the style. Now that's what we are specifying with the help of style tag, right? See, one way is to specify the style with the HTML tag itself, that is inline we are specifying the style. And second way is, that is we can specify with the style tag, and inside that we can specify the tag, or otherwise whatever is the class we want to specify, right? So if we want to say em is the class, we'll be writing it as .em, and whatever properties are there for the style, that we will be providing here. Fine. So we can say for SVG, we are providing the style as font family, that is serif, say font size, that is 12 mm, fill, that is fill color is navy blue, right? That is navy, isn't it? And this brace is over. This is the property, that is the style property for SVG tag, right? Now for EM class, see, if the tag is available in it, we can say it is the tag style. If it is not there, we can say it is the class style, right? We'll see the example ahead so you can understand that very easily. For EM, we are specifying that field color is royal blue. For strong class, we are specifying that stroke, that is the border color is navy, right? Then font style is italic. See, this strong is started. It is not yet finished. It is finishing at this point. Okay, so we are specifying some more properties for style of strong class. That is font style is italic. Fine. So, and style, fine. So, we are specifying the style for SVG tag, EM class and strong class. Fine. After that, what we are having is, let us say that we are having the rectangle. Field is equal to something, percentage width and percentage height. We are specifying. It's okay. We want to consider for text, right? This is the rectangle we can make, right? Now you can say text. X is equal to 5 mm. Till now we were specifying X and Y in the form of pixels only, that is without any unit, right? Now what we are doing is we are specifying in the form of mm and cm, right? There are ways to specify that. Okay, so that's what we are specifying here. Then 1, that is the text we want to provide here. Then tspan. Class is equal to EM. Class is equal to EM. That means that text should have this particular property. Fine. Y is equal to something, then 2. Right? That is the text will be 2. Then after tspan, class is equal to strong EM. So it is having the properties of both this strong and EM class. Fine. Now Y is specified and the text is 3 and tspan and text and SVG, right? That is for this, we can say SVG text we are specifying, right? Just now I have removed whatever cool definition we wanted to have. Let me see the preview in the browser. What it says, a pretty place to get high-skilled professional knowledge of engineering. Engineering, is it finished? No, we have to increase the width, isn't it? What about this 1, 2, 3? We are able to see it as 1, 2, 3, right? Labels we are able to find, right? 1, 2, and 3. Fine. The labels we are able to C. Based on whatever coordinates that is for y, we are specifying. Fine. Okay. What we have done, that is, this is at 1.1, this is at 1.6, and this is at 2.1. So whatever we are specifying for y, that way we'll be able to see the text, right? You can say 3. 3 we are able to see first. 3 we are able to see first. You can say, no ma'am, 1. But from x we can see 1 is available first. But from y we can say we are able to see 3 first. Right? So the way you have specified y, you will be able to see. And what about x? As we know that after this text is written, the next character will be considered in the same x. Right? In the same x. That is, after this one, whatever x comes, at that position, it will put this next text. Isn't it? Now, if I want to have our cool definition of CKPC80, it was multi-line text, right? Okay. So now, what I have done is, I'm specifying SVG, width is equal to 800, height is equal to 1200. Fine. SVG tag again started. Text, x is equal to 100, y is equal to 100. We want that it should start at x 100 and y 100. Okay, now T span. For that, I am specifying class as EM. For all the text, I have specified that. But, what I'm specifying for first text 1.5 cm, for y, for second text is 2.5, then third 3.5, then 4.5, 5.5, 6.5. This is what I'm specifying. Fine. Now, we could have given it as this one also. It could be better. Right. 3.0, 3.5, and 4.0, right? Okay, and the text we have written, that is C computer, K kinematics, that is mechanical, P power, that is electrical, C civil, E electronics, and T is teaching about all above, right? Now, all these things I have written inside the T-span class is equal to EM. Fine. We have specified that. And then after N text and NSVG. Now, let us preview that in the browser. What it says. C computer, K kinematics. What about other text? It's not giving me. What should I do? I can specify x is equal to 100. I can specify x is equal to 100 in all the things. Let me check it out. What it gives me. It will start the text at this one. X is equal to this one. X is equal to this one. Right. What I am doing is x is equal to this one. Here also I am specifying x is equal to this one. X is equal to this one. Fine. Review it in the browser. Mix of all these things, isn't it? But still we are able to see all the text, isn't it? And starting from the same X. Fine. So now what we have to adjust is this, whatever we have set. Fine. So let me show it this way only, the way we have taken before. 4, then 4.5, then 5.0. Okay. Oh, 4.5, right? Then 5.5, then 6.5. Let us check it out, what it gives us. Preview in the browser. Ooh, cool, isn't it? we are able to see the cool definition of CKPCET. Fine. So for multi-line text, we have to consider this code, right? That is using T-span inside the text tag. Okay. Now next is what we want to know is the rotated text. What we want to know next is rotated text. For that, what do we do is SVG width 300, 200, text x is equal to 30, y is equal to 30, style we are specifying. Now in style, we are specifying fill whatever color you want, font size whatever you want, and transform, rotate 30-degree. So our text will be rotated by 30-degree angle. Okay. And we are specifying the T-span. That is, you can say one is welcome to CKPCET, and second we are specifying that is pretty place to learn engineering funda. Fine. And T-span and text and SVG, that is already known to us. We can see the output of the same is rotated text, isn't it, by 30-degree, isn't it? Let us see the running of it. So here is a code. We know that for rotating text, we should have transform rotate 30-degree. Whatever degree you want, right? You should specify that. So let us preview that in the browser. Fine. We are getting rotated text. Okay. So let's see what is the difference between SVG and Canvas. SVG is scalable vector graphics, right? So we can say it is vector based, composed of shapes, whereas for Canvas it is raster based. For SVG we can say multiple graphical elements which become the part of the page DOM. DOM is document object model tree. For Canvas, what we can say? Single element similar to IMG in behavior. Canvas diagram can be saved to PNG or JPG format. Modified through script and CSS, and here modified through script only for Canvas. For SVG, we can say good text rendering capabilities, whereas for Canvas, poor text rendering capabilities. What about SVG? It gives better performance with smaller number of objects or larger surface or both. But for Canvas, it gives better performance with larger number of objects or smaller surface or both. SVG is having better scalability and can be printed without high quality at any resolution. See, if we want to have image, if you scale it bigger, then it will, you can say, blurred, or you can say the image is broken, right? We are not able to see it properly, or you can say it is broken, or the page is torn, something like that, right? So what we say is it does not have poor scalability, but for SVG it does have the better scalability and can be printed with high quality at any resolution, and pixelation does not occur, right? For Canvas, we can say it does have the poor scalability, not suitable for printing on higher resolution, and pixelation may occur. The way I said you that the things are being broken, that type of image we are able to see, that we will be able to see with the canvas but with not SVG. Right? That's all for today.